Good morning, guys. I am still in Phoenix, Arizona, and it is Wednesday today, but we did book a load yesterday for today. I am at an auction place, and this has got to be the cleanest auction place that I've been to. It's very neatly organized over here. I just went into the office and checked in. The office is right there. So I am picking up, I think, 5 pieces over here. And then I need to go to Ritchie Brothers auctioneer place, which is like 2 miles from here. And we're getting some more stuff. So waiting for a porter guy to come up to me so I can give him the list of items I'm picking up and we'll get loaded. All right, guys, just got loaded here. We've got 3 skid steer, some kind of blade attachments, 3 of the same pieces. And then we've got 1 pallet with some other attachments, and we got some fork extensions. I need to figure out where I'm going to place those to secure them. So I'm gonna figure out the proper way to secure this and we'll get started on it. All right, guys, I got the first load secured. We've got 2 straps on the front pallet and the little attachment on the other side. We've got 2 straps on the second row of attachments, 2 of them side by side. And I've got 1 strap holding the fork extensions. I think I might redo the fork extensions later. When I pick up the rest of the stuff, I'll figure out where to place them because I don't like the way they're sitting right there. But yeah, each one of these attachments, the red ones, are about 900 pounds. This pallet is probably like 250 pounds. All right, guys, let's head on over to the next pickup. Alright, guys, we are at the Ritchie Brothers auction lot. Checked in. There's a ton of trucks pulling in. Took quite a bit to get inside here. Now I'm in the line for the no appointment, and I've got, like, looks like there's maybe 3 or 4 trucks ahead of me right now. I don't know where this line goes afterwards, if there's another wait after we get through this line. Here's where I am right now. Hopefully after these trucks get through and I get through, we'll go straight to the loading place, because this does take forever. We're killing time. It's 9:31 a.m. right now. I think I've been here for an hour already for sure. So let's patiently wait it out and get loaded. Guys, while waiting in line, we're gonna have some breakfast. We got some Magic Spoon protein cereal, kind of like fruity Fruit Loops, but super healthy. 13 grams of protein per serving, only 8 grams of fat, 15 grams of carbs, 0 grams of sugar. One serving's not enough. I usually make like 2 servings. They really close this milk up, seal it up pretty good. Delicious, healthy breakfast. Guys, it's Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday I just killed in Phoenix. It was absolutely impossible to get out here. There's really not a single load that pays at least $2 per mile. There's almost no loads that even pay $1.50 per mile. It's just, West Coast has become awful, like really bad. Pretty much not even worth coming out here. Midwest is the place to stick to, if possible. All right, guys, I'm gonna enjoy this breakfast and we'll get loaded afterwards. Hey guys, so after a long wait to be loaded, we've begun the loading process, but I am dealing with an idiot loader that doesn't understand simple requests. When I tell him I want the lighter stuff in the front, he brings the heavier stuff in the front. I don't know how much more clear I can be with him. I told him there's 2 pieces. One is 850 pounds and one is 300 pounds. That's what I need in the front. And he's starting to load me with this piece, which is like 1,500 pounds. I don't think that's too much to ask for, right? The lighter stuff in the front, heavier stuff in the back. I even wrote out all the weights on the papers that I gave him to make it more simple. All right, guys, so far this is what we got. We got this bucket on here. I kind of wedged it under that piece right there. Put one strap on it, pulling it backwards, and we got this thing sitting behind it. Just got one strap on it. So it's kind of, the bucket is kind of wedged up against this piece. Then we're gonna have this thing right here behind it, an attachment for skid steer or whatever. We've got 3 boxes like that, metal shed. We've got one more piece over there, similar to this one, maybe a little bit different shape. And there's another box which has a carport in it. So I asked them to go get it so I can see what size it is, so I know how to place everything on the trailer, because we are working with limited space because there's so much stuff here. So it's like playing Tetris out here. All right, guys, finally finished securing this stuff. Here's what we have. So the first place I picked up these 3 little attachments for a skid steer and a pallet with some whatever the metal stuff is, and some fork extensions. I had them originally secured in the middle here, but I took them off and I put them on top of these 2 crates. So I put them on top and ran a strap through them.
So we got them resting right here on top. We've got this cage with an attachment for a skid steer. So we got one strap on that. We got two straps on these crates. We've got one strap on this attachment, and this one and that attachment are only 1,500 pounds each, so they're not too heavy. And we've got two straps on these two crates. I think the total weight here is slightly over 12,000 pounds. And it's going to Oklahoma. Also guys, these wheels here, they kind of twist a little bit, so I've got 3 bungees on each side holding them from spinning. They're not really, they don't spin all the way, but they just twist a little bit, so I've got some bungees holding them in place so they don't twist while I'm driving. Alright guys, let's get rolling to Oklahoma and see what we can get out of there. Hey guys, just made it to the receiver. It's a farm where we're located, getting this unloaded. I'm getting all the straps off of the load, and the guy that's unloading, he ran to the house to get some fork extensions. So getting everything taken off, wrapping up my straps. Those cows out there are super friendly. They were like right next to the trailer, just being nosy, seeing what's going on, but they went about their business. But really interesting, because they were super nosy. Haven't been to a cow up close like that before. Wish I had the camera in my hand, I would have caught it, but wasn't prepared. But let's get all these straps off, rolled up, and we'll get this load off of the trailer. Good morning guys, just arrived to a shipper in Fairview, Oklahoma. It's been thunderstorming all morning. It kind of stopped right now, which is great because I do not want to be outside loading
in the rain with lightning. But I'm picking up two machines. I think they're called sweepers, and going to Florida, picking up this load here, and then we're going to Tulsa, Oklahoma, picking up another partial to go along with it. So I just backed up to a dock, and I'm just waiting on the loader to come out here. He said he went to go get his hoodie, so I'm gonna put my hoodie on too. I'm not trying to get wet, and it's a little bit chilly outside, so let's get ready and we'll get loaded. And by the way, the load that I dropped off yesterday, that load paid $1,700 out of Phoenix to Oklahoma. That was under $2 per mile, because it's literally impossible to get out of Phoenix for $2 a mile. There were absolutely no loads getting out. I wasted 2 days sitting there, and I just said, you know what, we got to take something cheaper just to get out of here, because it's really tough, really tough. There were almost no loads coming, even coming out at $2 per mile. Everything coming out was $1 to $1.50. So this load that I got, I think it was at $1.70 or $1.80 per mile, which is awful. But especially going to 2 different auctions and wasting so much time. The first auction I went to was fairly quick. I was in and out. But the second auction at the Ritchie Brothers, that took forever. I hate picking up at auctions. They're the worst. But that kind of lets you know that West Coast is awful. Do not go to West Coast, because it's really hard to get out of there. You might get a good load that pays good going out there, but getting out of there is going to be tough. But let's get this load put on a trailer and secured, and let's go pick up the next one afterwards. We got the first machine on the trailer. We're picking up 2 of these, and I had to leave about 10 feet in the front for the second load that I'm picking up. Alright guys, we got the second machine on. Kind of have the wheel sitting in the dip between the trailer deck and the mega ramps, which is not bad. Actually, sitting in a dip like that gives it a little bit more securement from rolling forward or backwards.